Hello, second graders. It's Miss Thawani, and this is your English class.
Everyone on this planet has a dream. The question is how far you're willing to go to make it come true. Take Lewis, for example.
All right, Lewis, knock him dead. That was a figure of speech. Please don't kill anyone.
All his life, Lewis's dream was to find the family he never knew.
I know they're out there.
But the funny thing about chasing dreams is that no one can do it on their own.
What are you doing up here?
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
And the journey will always take you places you never imagined.
What is this? Where are we going?
To the future!
This spring, the first visitor to the future
Wow!
will discover a strange new world and a family
Lewis, meet the Robinsons.
that's even stranger.
Today, we will be learning about verbs in the future with the auxiliary verb will. And we have the Robinsons to help us. Our objectives for this class is to apply knowledge of grammatical patterns and rules in contexts like writing and speaking, and use the future forms will, the negative will not, and the question form where we ask something. So let's watch the video that Amco has for us.
Verbs in future tense. Will. We use will to talk about facts or things we believe are going to be true about the future. To form the future tense, follow this structure. Subject plus will plus base form of the verb plus future indicator. I will practice piano in the afternoon.
I is the subject plus will plus the verb form practice, and at the end, the future indicator in the afternoon.
Selma will go to the movies tonight.
Selma is the subject plus will plus the base form of the verb go plus the future indicator tonight. If you want to watch this video, log into your Amco account and find page 84 and click on the icon that you see on the top of the page. Now we are going to work with verbs in future using the auxiliary verb will. We use will when we want to talk about future facts or things we believe to be true about the future. Write the word will before the verb in its base form. Then you can add a future indicator at the end of the sentence to tell when something will happen. So you use the structure subject plus will plus the base form of the verb plus a future indicator. Examples. I will do my homework in the evening. I is the subject plus will plus the base form of the verb do, and at the end, the future indicator in the evening. The next example. He will watch the movie later. He is the subject plus will plus the base form of the verb watch and the future indicator at the end, later. Now, at the bottom of the page, the instruction says to look at the pictures. Fill in the blanks to tell what will happen in the future. Use the verb bank and then circle the future indicators. Number 1, we see some kids that are playing soccer. So we are going to use the verb play. But before the verb, we must add will. So we'll have will play. And then we circle the future indicator tomorrow. On number 2, we see that the girl is reading a book. So we will use the verb read. But before, we have to write the auxiliary verb will. She will read the book tonight. Tonight is the future indicator, so you have to circle tonight. Now pause the video and complete the rest of the page on your own. And when you're finished, continue watching the video.
When we want to say that an action will not happen, just add the word not after the word will. Subject plus will plus not plus base form of the verb plus future indicator. Annie will not study for her quiz later.
Annie is the subject plus will not plus the base form of the verb study, and at the end, the future indicator later.
They will not travel to Europe next summer.
They is the subject plus will not plus the base form of the verb travel, and at the end of the sentence, the future indicator next summer.
She will not be my teacher next year.
She is the subject plus will not plus the form of the verb be, and at the end, the future indicator next year. Now we're going to work on page 85. On page 85, we're going to work with the negative form. Remember, negative, we use the word not. So to indicate an action that will not happen, you have to write the word not after the word will. So you will use the structure subject plus will not plus the base form of the verb plus the future indicator. Examples. I is the subject plus will not plus the base form clean plus the future indicator at the end today. I will not clean the house today. The next example. He will not drink soda in the morning. It will not be cloudy this afternoon. You will not talk in class next week. On the bottom of page 85, the instruction says that we have to rewrite the following sentences in negative future form. Number 1, Anna will look after the baby tonight. We have to make it negative. We have to add the word not. Anna will not look after the baby tonight. Number 2, we will finish the job later. We need to add the word not. So number 2 will be, we will not finish the job later. Now pause the video and complete the rest of the page on your own. When you're finished, click play again.
To ask a question about a future action, begin the sentence with will and finish it with a question mark. I will buy a new soccer ball tomorrow. Will I buy a new soccer ball tomorrow? You will come to the party with me. Will you come to the party with me? Adam will cook dinner for us. Will Adam cook dinner for us? Now I know that we use will to talk about facts or things we believe are going to be true about the future. Need more practice? Check out the language section of your book for more exercises. The end.
Anchor.
Happy to learn.
Now on page 86, we are going to be asking with will. To ask a question about a future action, begin the sentence with will and finish it with a question mark. Examples. I will see you tomorrow. We switch the subject and the word will. Will I see you tomorrow? And we end with a question mark. She will find a place to park. Switch the subject and the word will. Will she find a place to park? Question mark. And on the bottom of the page, the instruction says to change the following sentences into questions using the future form. Number 1, you will eat lunch with me. We switch the subject and the word will. Will you eat lunch with me? Number 2, we will sit in the living room. Let's switch the subject and the word will. Will we sit in the living room? Don't forget to add a question mark at the end of each of these sentences because they are questions. So for today, your assignments are pages 84, 85, and 86. When you're finished, don't forget to take a picture and send it to my WhatsApp. Enjoy the rest of the trailer of the movie Meet the Robinsons.
Why is your dog wearing glasses?
Oh, because his insurance won't pay for contacts.
Frogs?
Genetically enhanced frogs.
And his only way home
I have to find my family.
We'll help you, kid.
is about to be stolen by a guy who gives evil a bad name.
What the?
You are now under my control.
I am now under your control.
Don't repeat everything I
I
say.
won't repeat everything you say.
This may be harder than I thought.
I haven't had this much fun.
From Walt Disney Pictures,
If I had a family, I'd want them to be just like you.
You have to go back to your own time.
when it comes to adventure,
Dude, I can't take you seriously in that hat.
when it comes to family,
I think my wife Lucille's baking cookies. Bake them cookies, Lucille!
when it comes to comedy,
I've got the caffeine patch. You can stay awake for days with no side effects. Ah! Sorry.
there's no time like the future.
Now my slave, seize the boy. Why aren't you seizing the boy?
Meet the Robinsons.
Get it off! Get it off!